Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bulk Metal Nerd coming at you with another video. In this video, I kind of wanted to address a stereotype, commonly held stereotype anyway, about metalheads. And a lot of people think metal fans only listen to metal and nothing else. Now, obviously, metal is my favorite genre. I mean, my username, it's pretty obvious that it is. When I throw up the horns, it's pretty obvious that it is. And the music that I've already reviewed on this channel has all been metal. And I'll make no bones about it, probably 80 to 85% of what I listen to is metal. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate other forms of music. I absolutely do. Sometimes I do want to listen to other stuff, and that's when I reach for some of this other type of music. It's just good to have a variety. It's just what I've noticed is metalheads just tend to be very passionate about metal and love it a lot, which I do, and I am. So anyway, let me go ahead and just start getting into some of my favorite non-metal music here real quick, and I'll talk about a little bit about each of the music and why I like it so much. So anyway, I'm going to start off with orchestral music, okay? Just see how well you can see that. This here obviously is actual, standard classical music. It's got Tchaikovsky on it, Beethoven, Chopin, Mozart, Beethoven, etc. Pretty standard, what you expect when you think of classical music. I've also, of course, got a modern version, orchestral music, a soundtrack to Star Wars. And I enjoy listening to that stuff because now the actual classical is not a film score. It's fun to listen to because I really can appreciate the sound composition of it. I really enjoy the playing, and it's just generally pleasant and fun to listen to. I do enjoy it. Now, as far as the film scores go, I feel the same way about the music in that. The only difference is with the film scores, obviously, if you've seen the films and you're familiar with them and you're familiar with the music, when you hear the songs playing, you can picture the movie scene in your head going along with the music. So it's a nice little added bonus. But anyway, I definitely enjoy the orchestral music. Moving on. This is really the only country artist that I really like. Johnny Cash. I absolutely love Johnny Cash's music. He is, in my opinion, absolutely amazing. His music is just so honest, for lack of a better term, and his songs are extremely simple, uh, but they're extremely emotional. Excuse me. Soulful, and they just get you. He has an impact on you that's very unique. His music, it's absolutely, in my opinion, out of this world country music. In my opinion, no country artist even really comes close to his level of ability. Now, and this is speaking from someone who generally does not like country music. I don't much care for it. And I think modern country is absolute fucking garbage because generally it's pop music with like 20 guitars and a southern accent, and it's terrible. But classic country I can, definitely listen to more and not want to vomit. Whereas Johnny Cash is just, in my opinion, just absolutely transcendent. I just love his music. Anyway, moving on. The Doors. Great classic rock, psychedelic rock band. They did a whole bunch of unique stuff. Absolutely love them. I love a lot. And in a band that's, more contemporary than that, well, they're not really contemporary, but kind of in the same, Pink Floyd. I don't have a CD handy of theirs, but I really like Pink Floyd. Moving on. Michael Jackson. Yes, he had a ton of controversy surrounding him, but nobody can deny how great his music is. It's really the only pop music that I really like. Most pop music I find very trite, boring, and kind of unlistenable and irritating. Whereas his music is very compelling, well constructed. His voice is out of this world. It's just really like Michael Jackson a lot. He's definitely my favorite pop artist. Next up, we got Queen. Awesome band. Absolutely astounding. You know, I love them. I just an awesome. They have a lot of progressive, progressive touches in their music. Ton of variety in it. Great composition. Freddie Mercury's voice is just, it's great. You know, really great stuff. Moving on. Now I know I just bashed pop music, but I'm going to talk about Weird Al. I love Weird Al. He is definitely one of my favorite artists. He makes pop music listenable for me because the original versions are just ooh ooh baby yeah yeah ooh ooh baby yeah or whatever, whereas he tends to make, you know, he translates those songs into being something much more palatable because he makes them funny, and you know, he plays everything, and his original compositions are well done too. I mean, yeah, he's known as the parody guy. That's definitely what he's known for. But he also does a fair amount of original material on his albums as well, and they're always well composed. He's got a good voice. I just really enjoy him. Moving on. Now, we're going to get into all that stuff that I've talked about up to now. Really, tangentially, isn't even hard rock. Now we're going to get into stuff I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to get into a little bit of harder rock, and that is closer to metal than stuff I've talked about up to this point. Moving on, we got the Muse, okay? They're a relatively new band on the scene. They've only been well known for the past few years. I really enjoy them though. This album, The Resistance, it's great. I've also given their new album Drones a few listens, and I really enjoy it. To me, they're just a great rising mainstream rock band, but they got progressive touches, and they are just really dig them. Moving on. Now, this band is definitely in the hard rock realm. They are not metal, though. Nobody really considers these guys metal. But, you know, hard rock and metal are definitely siblings. So, next up, I'm talking about The Offspring. I don't know why I like these guys so much. It's like pop hard rock, but it's just, there's just something about their music that I just really, really, really like. Don't know why, I just do. Moving on. Monster Magnet. Okay, now these guys, by some, would be considered metal. Okay, so I know I'm cheating here at this part of the video, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to kind of cover my favorite, what I consider non-metal music. And I like metal so much. Some things are going to be damn close to metal, or some will consider them metal. I personally don't consider Monster Magnet metal. They're definitely hard rock, yes, but I don't think they're quite in the metal category. So yeah, I know I'm definitely cheating a little bit, and I apologize, but they have just, you know, Dave Weindorf, sorry, has a really unique voice. Their guitar playing's top notch. Everything about this band is top notch. They have a unique style that they do, and it's freaking awesome. Moving on. Now this is really going to be a cheat, so I apologize, guys. Alice Cooper. Okay. Now, some people have said he's been heavy metal since the beginning of his career. I definitely don't agree with that. Most of his early work is not heavy metal in the least. It's hard classic rock, yes, and he but it's not heavy metal. Yes, he has done heavy metal albums, but he kind of drifts back between, like in the modern era, he goes in between. Sometimes he does metal albums, sometimes he does hard rock. I'm not saying he's never done metal, he absolutely has. But this album, Welcome to My Nightmare, and a bunch of his other ones aren't heavy metal. They just aren't. And Alice Cooper is just so versatile in the styles that he performs. I recently watched a video, or not a video, a TV show, a broadcast of one of his concerts, and he plays, well, his backing band. I mean, he just obviously sings, but all of the styles of his music. I mean, obviously in a concert, he's going to play stuff that spans his whole career, and they all sound different, but the way they played all of those songs live, they made them all work together very well. To me, this is almost out of everybody I've mentioned in this video so far, this is, I would say, Alice Cooper and, his backing band are, well, he doesn't have the same backing, he's had a lot of people come and go through the years, but, it's his vision that leads it. Even though it's such a huge wide range of styles, it's still kind of a cohesive whole, and I love that. And in most, now, not, he has done some crap. I'm not going to say all of his albums are great. Some of them, meh. But the majority of his catalog is quite good. And it's so different, and I just, really like that. Anyway, moving on. And again, this is a bit of a cheat as well. I want to talk about Nine Inch Nails. Freaking love Nine Inch Nails. Now, again, this is a band that sometimes does metal and sometimes doesn't. And of course, they would do like industrial metal. The most metal things they ever did was the Broken EP. That's definitely a very industrial metal style music. It just is. And Trent did a fair amount of it also on the Downward Spiral. But of course, on that album, it's a very diverse album. It's not all industrial metal. And, he does touches of metal here and there, but it's definitely more atmospheric and industrial sounding rather than metal. And yes, I know I'm cheating. It's a very heavy style of music. It'd be like metal's other sibling. So, yeah, I know I'm cheating a bit. And then finally, I'm going to conclude this thing. And again, I'm only talking about my favorites. This doesn't encompass all the music I like that's not metal. My last favorite non-metal band is Tenacious D, and you're thinking to yourself, Tenacious D? They're not metal. They are comedy rock. They just happen to, yeah, sometimes they play a metal riff here and there, but for the most part, they're not metal. Yeah, they won a metal Grammy, but that's because the people who put out Grammys are absolutely fucking clueless about music. They're not metal, but they are highly entertaining and talented musicians. I love their profanity-laden humor music. It's great. So anyway, I'm pretty much gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me ramble and rant about music I enjoy that definitely falls outside of the metal realm. Again, this is not all music that I like that's outside of metal. It's just my favorite. So anyway, if you did enjoy this, as always, please thumbs up, share, subscribe. Thanks for sitting through this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Here's an addendum, guys, and I apologize for the addendum. I forgot to mention this in the main video. If by some chance you're curious as to what I'm listening to at any given moment, or you want to know what I've been listening to or whatever, I am an active user of Last.fm. You can just do a search for my username, which of course is just Bald Metal Nerd. I'll also link my profile in the description. And if you send me a friend request on Last.fm, I'll be sure to add you, just in case you feel the urge. So anyway, sorry for the addendum. Catch you guys next time.